Parents are coming in, we do not have the space for them. All the classes are overcrowded and we cannot take any more. These parents are, some of them come almost literally crying that they need us to assist.
Talk to us about today being the first day of the new school year. How has the turnout been, and what's the response from the parents and students and the teachers so far?
Today being our first day was very overwhelming. We had our general devotion. Parents were on the compound. We had so many parents turning out this morning, both returning as well as new parents. There was a bit of concern because parents are coming in, we do not have the space for them. All the classes are overcrowded and we cannot take any more. These parents are, some of them come almost literally crying that they need us to assist. Another challenge we have, a number of them come without birth certificate or medical information. So that's a challenge that we are faced with, and we have been trying our best. We have our registrar, Mrs. Margaret Parwood Ferguson, who is dealing with the parent as it relates to the registration document. We have a very strong and effective PTA executive. They have been of tremendous assistance to me from during the summer. They have been here dealing with the parental contribution. They have organized themselves. They created an environment in the auditorium where the parents came in and they would have made their payment and they collected the PE gear and all other items. So this morning it was less of a challenge as it relates to dealing with distribution of items for the students. And so what we had this morning is to really place the students in their classes because they are new to the environment, and so we had to get them into groups and take them to the classes.
We also observed that the COVID protocols, hand washing and such, is still in effect.
Yes, it's still in effect. And we have our isolation room in case we have any cases, suspected cases.
For the students we had to turn back, what is going to happen? The ones they don't have any space for.
We would have to get more furniture to accommodate them. We do not have that. And so I will have to communicate with the ministry to see if the ministry can find them in the school to place them, because I sent them to Barrytown and they're telling me that Barrytown doesn't have any space neither. So that's really a challenge. These are parents from this community. The schools are Barrytown and John Wallins are closer to them and would have preferred to save the taxi fare to send them here rather than to send them into Montego Bay. So I'll have to communicate with the ministry to see if they can assign them to some of the schools in Montego Bay.
This is the first day of the new school term. What has the experience been like so far from morning?
Well, quite enlightening. The turnout is really good and we are still receiving students. This morning we are welcoming returning students to school as their orientation activities begin this morning.
We observed that there have been a number of students who had some issues with the dress code or whatever other regulations. What's the school's response so far?
Right, so the students, as I said, returning students, so they would have been aware of our policy as it relates to dress and grooming, and so the Dean of Discipline and other grade coordinators are treating with individual circumstances. So there are situations where parents are called, we get a confirmation from parents, and students are allowed to proceed to their classes.
We also observe that not a lot of students have been wearing masks.
Right, so the public practice now is that mask is really a thing of the past. They know, the students are quite aware that in our community, Holland High School, we continue the wearing of masks. So that will be enforced as soon as students meet their grade supervisors and so forth, their form teachers, that will be enforced.
It's your first day in high school. What is the feeling like for you? Moving on to...
Nervous.
You feel nervous?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's like a new school and you're not used to the school yet. focused that you're just coming to the school
What are your plans though, moving forward?
to get high grades and graduate and go to college.
After I graduate, if I am 16 and getting more grades, better grades, and getting a good job.
Alright. So you're feeling positive for your first day at this school?
Yes.
Based on what you're seeing so far, the turning out of students for the first day of this new school year, school term, how is it looking so far?
For us, it's okay. What we have done from experience is that we're phasing it in. So we have the grade 7s coming in today, and then on Friday we have everybody coming in. So we're doing our orientation. It's after COVID, so one of the things we're really trying to do is to be thorough with each group in terms of the things we do for social and emotional adjustment. So I think we're really on target in dealing with that. The students are coming in and people are prepared for them.